Hi, I'm Judy Young. I'm a college admissions consultant, and today we're going to give you some tips and tricks for applying and getting into top schools. What role do I think demonstrated interest plays in admissions, and how do I advise students to show it? And this is a great question. It really varies by school. Demonstrated interest is about showing your intention and you're fit for a school. It doesn't mean you do everything. It means you really think about strategically which things should you do that make sense. Now, very important to know that some colleges track interest while others don't track demonstrated interest at all. Quality engagement matters much more than how often do you do this. Very important to know. So again, so you can be very strategic and thoughtful in how you demonstrate your interest. Things like campus visits and attending events and possibly emailing the admissions office if you have a question, those things should be purposeful and again, thoughtful and coordinated. Demonstrated interest should reflect a genuine curiosity and interest in the school. And to demonstrate interest, of course, that needs to be the student and not a parent or someone else doing these things for them. That demonstrates you're fit for the school. Authentic interest is always so much more important and comes across stronger and more sincere than some sort of scripted behavior you could come up with. One question I get is, how do I advise family and students to manage the stress and the various expectations or the disappointments that are inevitably going to come during the admissions process? And that's an important question. The admissions season can be so emotional. You're waiting for decisions, and even for strong students, this can really be quite a process to manage through. I help families set realistic expectations early, make sure they have balanced lists so they have various options, and that definitely helps to ease the stress. We try to separate the admissions outcomes, which you can't really control, from what is your self-worth. That's very important to think about. Students focus on what they can control, and the admissions process and those admissions decisions are not something they can control. So we focus on the pieces they can control. Having a good perspective on the whole process and good support systems in place of whether it's family or friends who can support you through the entire process really matters in terms of keeping the stress under control and keeping your self-esteem high. The process is important, but it doesn't define who you are or what you'll do in the future. So you've got to remember that. What are some common misconceptions about college admissions that you hear from students and parents? A lot of times people are very focused on rankings, but rankings don't automatically mean it's going to be a better fit for you and what you're looking for in a college. So keep that in mind. More activities does not guarantee stronger application, but being very focused and thoughtful about what you list and how you support that is important. There's no such thing as a perfect application, but you can do an application that perfectly reflects you and your goals. Content matters far more than families really expect. It's very important to be consistent across the whole application. Clear information across the application leads to calmer, better decisions. So you want to make sure you're really working with excellent information about the entire process and all parts of it. What advice do you have for students who feel their profile doesn't fit some sort of traditional elite applicant mold, but they still want a competitive option to apply to college? There's no single mold for students who are admitted to competitive colleges. Their profiles can look different. I help students to focus on their real strengths, and that's so important in this process. Authentic profiles do so much better than ones that seem very forced and artificial. Lots of strong colleges value different paths and backgrounds. Absolutely. They don't want just one cookie cutter student. They want different types of students on their campus. And fit matters far more than you trying to imitate what you think they want to hear. Strong outcomes come from being aligned with the college's goals and offerings. not from comparison to what your friends are doing or comparing one college to another that may not be a good fit for you. Do you need help? Give us a call, 713-333-9359, or you can email us at jyoung@collegeexcellence.com. Do you need help? Give us a call, 713-333-9359, or you can email us, jyoung@collegeexcellence.com.